Together with the head of the team, Georg coordinates the shots over the intercom.
3 Meter ungefähr her und ein bisschen nach links.
This time, the actors in front of the camera also need to receive instructions. The CAMCAT's top base is on Monk's Hill. During the early vertical track shot, the camera will move 120 meters in height. Additional close-ups are shot by a second team led by cameraman Thomas Kirschner. In spite of total concentration, they appear quite relaxed. In fact, they are worried. People might think they have nothing to do. A short break for some of the team has been honestly earned. Their job is the transfer and the setting up of heavy equipment. At this sensitive location alone, the setup took 10 hours. Editing and processing of the high-definition footage is done at the Brains and Picture Studios at Tullnbach near Vienna. Together with the director, editor Gudrun Nieder chooses the best clips from 75 hours of raw footage. During the compositing process on the Avid DS, collages are composed from several high-definition image levels, both in static and moving shots. This system is also used for single-frame graphics effects. Pianist Gottlieb Wallisch and Franz Bartholemy, the first solo cellist of the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, discussed the recording of classical music sequences. Georg Riha and Wolfgang Klissig of the Noisy Ensemble have come to this private apartment with a mobile recording studio. Cutting-edge, flexible technology make this possible. The two musicians can check their recordings immediately and seem happy with the result. They too seem fascinated by today's technical possibilities. In the Noisier Sound Studio, situated on the Brains and Pictures premises, Wolfgang Klissig adds the final touches to the recorded music. The international trio Triology, based in Vienna, created classical compositions especially for this program and recorded them in Tullnbach. After Schönbrunn and Wachau, this is the third joint project with these young musicians. Lights on for another extreme shot. This time the camera not only remains on, but in the ground. For cameraman Thomas Kirschner, the 360-degree panoramic painting by Michael Sattler presents a special challenge. Sadler had studied the city for 8 months from a tower of the fortress. Today, Georg Riha follows his footsteps. The task for the film crew is to establish a standalone top base on the bell tower for an absolutely unique highlight in the programme. A CAMCAT track shot from the fortress all the way down to the cathedral square. The driveway is as narrow today as it was in Sadler's days, though nowadays more horsepower is available. But there comes a point when even the four-wheel drive meets its limit. This job turns out to be the greatest of all challenges for the crew. They can only compete with raw manpower. As in the past, Salzburg's highest point can be reached by muscle power and teamwork. Each grip is practiced. Every detail works 100%. Working at such heights is always a risk. Even small mistakes or distractions can have fatal consequences for people and equipment. To minimize the high cost of such setups, complex and detailed planning and repeated checks are necessary. Every kilogram of equipment is calculated and used ergonomically in exposed locations. In order to protect the ancient walls, the four-wheel drive is used as a counterweight. Lots of staff and equipment need to be deployed so that in the evening the Jedermann call can be sent down to the cathedral square to the unusual accompaniment of a moving camera. For Georg Riha, it was a great challenge to be able to visualize how he could put into operation the connection between the caller, positioned amongst the turrets at the top of the tower, and the performance taking place down below in the cathedral square. For a few moments, brains and pictures redefine the notorious Salzburg rain. How will the heavens react to such presumptuousness?